engage in this exercise in the context of a new constitution. A new constitution that does not request us to consult the people. No, it is mandatory. The reason why you find in some cases many people do not understand, do not relate to Vision 2030 was because there was no public participation to the extent that we know public participation as provided for in the Constitution at the moment. And therefore, we have an opportunity this time round, different from...
Today, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto, was launching Vision 2060. That, remember, the Vision 2060 was already exposed by the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, like a week ago. So there is a bold lady at KICC who stood and actually decided to tell the President the truth about how Kenya is being run and what Kenyans are going through at these hard times. The lady faced Ruto off and told him that Kenyans don't need Vision 2060. They need what he accomplished or what he promised to deliver before 2027 delivered. Why should we talk about 2060 while whatever you promised in less than 5 years, you haven't done nothing? The lady faced off Ruto. Na Ruto akaibika. He was very much ashamed. Let's listen to what the lady told the president at KICC during the launch of Vision 2060.
President of the Republic of Kenya, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Prime Cabinet Secretaries, government officials present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Your Excellency, when the young people heard that I'll be setting the tone for today's conversation, they sent me nikuulize, bag ni ya nini? Hechi, unajua bag ni ya nini? Bag ni ya nini? Bas. Ati DP anasema the national conversation. Ati Vision 2030. Worry not, nitakwambia nikimaliza. My name is Mogesi Maroa. I am 23 years old. I was born and raised in a small village in Kuria in Migori County. It's at the border of Kenya and Tanzania. Now, growing up, I was always told by my parents that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Now, all right. Thank you. Now, this saying that my mom always told me has deeply resonated with me in this very moment because of what we are speaking about beyond 2030, the future of Kenya. And it's not a coincidence that we are here today. Today is International Youth Day. As other nations in the world, today, International Youth Day, as other nations in the world are celebrating energy, creativity, infrastructure, Kenya has decided to do something more profound. We are beginning to map our destiny. 5 years ago, in 2008, I was barely 5 years when the President of the Republic of Kenya then, the late Mwai Kibaki, launched Vision 2030. It had 3 pillars. And I feel like the people the architects of Vision 2030 had me in mind because all my life I have lived through Vision 2030. I went to school, to primary school, the free primary school. When I went to high school, I was in Kitui and my home is in Migori, so I used the roads that were developed, the new roads. I went to university, Mount Kenya University, in an era of era. And I was reflecting as I was seated there about my little cousin. Her name is Nicole Robbie. Every time I go home, she tells me that she looks up to me. She wants to become a lawyer like me. And that's That's really humbling, but it's also weighing upon me because it comes with a lot of responsibility. So today, as I stand on this dais, I represent Nicole. I represent all other 13-year-old Koreans in Kehancha. I represent a 13-year-old in Marsabit, in Nairobi, in KICC, in Kisumu, whose future will be shaped by the conversations that we start having right here. As a young lawyer, I cannot fail to honor the political pillar of Vision 2030. The reforms that were brought about by the Vision 2030, especially the Constitution of Kenya 2010. We talk about electoral reforms, the political reforms, the judicial reforms, and our nation has fundamentally redefined democracy. Now, ever since I was born, I have always heard about the conversation on democracy, rule of law, good governance, and we have been talking about democracy, and I can see, and we can all agree that we have achieved it. Now, it's time we talk about development. Because we have talked about democracy for far too long. Ever since I was born, I've just been hearing about democracy. We have achieved it. Development, we cannot downplay the fact that we have done some development. We have seen affordable housing. We have seen roads have been constructed, but we wish to see more. The generation before us poured blood and sweat so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we're enjoying today. And I think that it's our time to live up to that. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I grew up watching tarmac road being built to my home. Now, when I talk about development, I'm not just saying development means freedom. What development looks like to me could look different to you. Development to me could look like roads. To you, it could look like building bridges. To someone else, it could look like growing. So as I grow up seeing the road grow, the road being tarmacked to my place in Kuria, it connected Kuria to Kehancha, to Migori, to Nairobi, and beyond. And this was not just vehicles that moved faster. To the people of Kuria and the people of Kehancha, it was jobs that moved faster. It was teachers that moved. It was doctors that moved faster. And hope and connections that moved faster. This is a symbol of intentional infrastructure development, what it can do for our marginalized community. While we do not take for granted how far we have come, we celebrate this milestone, and as young people, we say this: we would love to see more. We would love to see more roads, we would love to see more development, and we would love to see more healthcare. Thank you.
Asante sana to Mogesi Maroa, a young lawyer in the making and is from Kuria. She has asked me to say that. Watu wa Kuria mpo? Mpo, naona mmoja ameinua mkono kule. She's proud. Yes, and she shakes her hand to ensure that they remember her face because she's going to be here for the realization of the future beyond 2030. Now, for the next speakers who are